Hey everyone, welcome. My name is Cassandra, and today we are going to be doing an intermediate full body reformer class. Class is going to be about 50 minutes in length. We are going to move through flexion, extension, rotation, lateral flexion, all of the things. We're going to work lower body, upper body, abs. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a challenging one. So I will absolutely throw out some spring modification suggestions where needed. I want you guys to listen to your body. You guys know it best. And on that note, we're going to get started. We're going to jump on over to our reformers and let's begin. Okay, coming on over to our reformer, I'm going to start with personally my head rest up. If you need a little bit of cervical spine support, you can bring that up. I'm going to bring it up one notch. And I am going to start with a blue spring. So quite light in tension. Foot bars will come on up all the way to the top notch, number 4. And I'm also going to shorten my straps here. So let's just take those D-rings and shorten our straps. From here, coming to your side and then lying down onto your backs, we're going to take those straps up and into our hands. And from here, arms are just going to be right up in line with our shoulders. Give yourself a little bit of space from shoulder rest and shoulders. From here, let's take a nice big inhale. And on our exhale, I'm going to get you to find your imprint here. So just find that low back connection into the carriage as you tuck your tail, scoop the ribs down, rib to hip. We're going to take one leg at a time to a tabletop. Inner thighs are going to connect. Let's take an inhale, nodding chin to chest. Exhale, we're going to start in an ab prep, flexing up, arms go to the sides of the thighs. Take an inhale, and then from here, lowering yourself back down. Nodding chin to chest, exhale, flexing up. Inhale, hold, and then from there, lower yourself back down. Let's go for 7 more of these. Nice big breath. And down you go. 6. And down. Checking in. Making sure that low back is staying connected the whole time. And lower down. We've got 4 more. Big breath. And down. 3. This is not arm work, guys. This is ab work. 2. You can always do this flexion free if needed as well. If you're feeling any tension through neck and shoulders, let's hold up from here. Hold the arms. We're going to reach the right leg long. Pull it in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Tabletop the legs. And you reach those legs up towards the ceiling. Nice, strong, long legs. Lower those legs, lift up. If this is too much, stick with those single legs. Reach through those fingertips and back up. Let's go for 5 and up. 4 and up. 3 more. 3, 2, last one. From there, tabletop the legs, lower your upper body down, arms come back up. We're going to separate the legs here. So they're going to go wider than hips. We're going to move into a bit of a weave. From here, inhale, nod chin to chest. Exhale, flex up. As you bring your left hand in between your legs, right arm is going to straddle the outer thigh. Lower yourself back down and switch. 9. And lower. 8. And down. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3 more. 3. 2. And last one. From there, lowering your upper body down and lowering your arms. Good job. Or sorry, lowering your legs. From here, you can lengthen those straps back up. I think that the abs are feeling warm. You can either put them to the side of the reformer on your shoulder rest. We're just going to do a little spring change here. So I'm going to come on up and I'm going to just change my spring load. I'm going to say to 2 red springs here. And then from here, we're going to put the headrest down if you have it up and come lying back down onto your backs. So once we're down on our backs, I'm going to get you to have heels on the foot bar, hip distance apart. And we're moving into some hip rolls here. So hands just flat down on the carriage, pushing into the backs of the arms. We're going to inhale, roll through neutral past your imprint. Start to drive through the heels as you articulate your spine up 1 vertebra at a time. Reach through those knees. Chest is lifted, glutes are on. Take an inhale. From there, articulating down 1 vertebra at a time, starting from your breastbone, thoracic spine, lumbar spine, sacrum and tailbone heavy and last. Let's go for a few more. Tuck the tail. Peeling up or reach through those knees, squeeze your glutes, nice big breath. And then from there, down you go. Articulating down. Really try to keep the carriage into your stopper as you move through this. Sometimes we do this on 3 springs, 3 reds. The lighter you go, a bit more glute and hamstring work out of this. 2 more here. Reach through the knees. And down. 1 more. Last time we're going to come up and we're going to hold it. Let's take a nice big breath here. From there, we're going to exhale, push out as you lower your bum just to a hover over the carriage. Lift through your knees, bring it back up and into that bridge. Keep going, pushing out through the legs, bum hovers, trying to keep this nice long line through knees, hips, ribs, and shoulders here. Not letting your hips drop down and back out. Check in with your feet. Are you keeping your weight evenly distributed through the heels? Let's go for 4 more. 4 and back up. 3. 2 more. 2. And last 1. All the way back up to the top. From here, chest stays lifted, glutes stay active. We're going to drive through our left heel. Let's take your right leg to a tabletop. From there, inhale, lower down. Exhale, switch. 9. 8. Trying not to shift through the pelvis. 7. 6. 5. 4. Pelvic floor is lifted. We're feeling that wrapping of your waistline to stabilize the pelvic lumbar region. Keep going. 1 more here and lower that heel down. From here, articulate your spine down 1 vertebra at a time and then restore your neutral. We're going to go just a bit wider through our legs here into a lateral rotation. So just let those knees drop out to the side. We're moving back into a hip roll. You're going to tuck your tail, peel up and into that bridge. Hold at the top, take an inhale. We're going to exhale, close the knees into touch, open them up for 10. Knees come into touch if you can, or close to, just going from that external to internal rotation here. Try to keep that carriage steady, reach through the knees, think about pulling your sits bones in towards your heels. Let's go for 4 and open. 3 and open. 2. Last 1, and then find your external rotation here. Let's pulse the hips for 10, 9, 8, 7. Pull that carriage into your stopper. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last 1, and then we'll articulate your spine down 1 vertebra at a time. Whew, and release. Do a few windshield wipers from side to side. And bring it on up and over to the other side. 1 more on each side here. Just releasing, opening up through the hips. And then from there, finding center. Carefully coming on up and out of there. We're going to take it so we go onto a blue spring. So onto our blue spring, and we're going to put your foot bars down all the way. No platform extender is needed here, but if you have one and want to use it, you can. I'm actually just going to stick with using my wooden platform, and I'm going to have it so so my toes are just wrapped at the very front of that wooden platform there. From here, I'm going to take my forearms and I'm going to just loop my thumb just around that metal part of my shoulder rest at the back of my shoulder rest here. And shoulders are set, chest is lifted, legs are together here to start, abs are pulled up and in. We're going to take an inhale. On your exhale, let's hover the knees and let's push out and into a plank. From here, hold your plank, abs are pulled up and in. You're going to push those shoulders away from the body, bring them back in. Exhale, shoulder flexion extension. Keep that going. Abs are pulled up and in. You're only going to that point of pressing the arms out that you can keep this nice long line. We're going to go for 4 more. 4, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your inner thighs. 3, neck stays long. 2, 1. From here, bring those shoulders back underneath you. Hike your hips up, looking down towards your toes. Bring it back to plank. Hike the hips back towards the toes. Keep that going. Back to plank. Let's go for 5. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Last one. From here, bend the knees and bring it back in. Take a shell stretch. Good work. Oh, take that shell stretch. From here, you can either stay on a blue spring. I think we're going to move into your long stretch. A blue spring is quite intense for the long stretch. I find I prefer a red. I still get a good amount of support, and I still find that I'm working through my abs and my shoulders. So I'm going to go to a red spring here. And if you want a little bit in between, you could always go to a blue and a white. That's always a great option too. Foot bars are going to come up all the way to the very top. Make sure that it's nice and secure because we're going to be putting our weight on this. You don't want any foot bars that are in a weird position. So from here, we're going to have it so wrapping our hands around that foot bar. Lift your chest up and away from that foot bar. Set the shoulders. Feel like you're trying to push that foot bar to the ground. Abs pull up and in. We're going to take an inhale. Exhale. We're lifting up through the knees, finding ourselves into a plank. We're going to take an inhale. Exhale. We're pushing out as far as you feel like you can go, and then bring it back in, shoulders up and over wrists. Trying to really maintain that nice plank line, squeezing through the glutes, protecting our low back. This is 3. Inhale back in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Bring it back in. Can you hold here? Take your left hand to center. Pivot so you find a side plank facing towards me. Top hand can come onto your hips, stabilizing through your shoulder. You're going to bend the knees in, push them out and away. Bend in, out and away. Keep that going. 8. Squeeze those inner thighs together. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold the legs long, rotate again, bringing yourself back to that plank. Right hand to the center, rotate through the hips, rotate through the feet. From there, left hand comes onto your hips, bend the knees, push out 10, 9, squeeze those glutes, lift your shoulder, 8, 7, neck is long, 6, 5, 4, good work, 3, 2, and 1. From here, find center, left hand down, right hand down, return the knees in, lower yourself down. Really nicely done. We're gonna go into your elephant after that. So I'm gonna say 2 red springs for your elephant. Hands are gonna come back onto the foot bar. You're gonna stand up tall. Sorry, not stand up tall, but bring your feet so they go up and against your shoulder as feet flat. And why don't we do a straight back here? So you're gonna think about shifting your bum back in space as far as you can get it up and over your heels. Try and think about almost shining your sits bones up towards the ceiling. From here, shoulders are set. We're pushed back and our arms are gonna stay here. So we're not gonna be bringing our shoulders any closer than they are. It's a pendulum swing at the hips. We're gonna take an inhale, prepare. Let's push out through the heels. Bring those heels back underneath you. Pushing out, back under you go. Keep going. Driving out through the heels. Good. And then bringing those feet back underneath your pelvis. As your feet are coming in, think about shifting your pelvis back in space, just so you don't allow your shoulders to go any closer towards that foot bar. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. From here, bringing it on in and coming all the way back down. I'm gonna say here, I'm gonna go to a blue and a white spring. You may need to lower it down to a blue. I will let you determine that as we progress and move through the series here. I'm gonna say blue and a white spring. From here, we're gonna face towards the back of the reformer. And let's take it so your straps are gonna shorten and cross over top of one another. So shortening those straps, taking those D-rings, and then we're just gonna cross the straps over one another so they find an X. So I'm actually gonna shift back a little bit away from the shoulder rest, and I'm gonna have it so my bum is hovered over my heels. I'm back in space. My torso is hinged forward. My elbows are tucked in towards my side. We're gonna do some external rotation. Belly pulls up and in. We're gonna take an inhale, exhale. Let's externally rotate through the humerus and then bring it back to your 90. Keeping your chest open. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. From here, we're going to take it so keeping your straps shortened or crossed, sorry, we're going to move into tricep extensions. You're going to kick those elbows back, extending at the forearm, and back you go. Palms are faced in. Keeping your chest open, shoulders are set. Think about that little sponge in between your shoulder blades. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing it back in. From here, I'm going to come seated on my bum. If you know that you're quite tight through your hip flexors and you need to sit up on a platform extender, please grab that for yourself. We're going to stay on this light blue spring. Let's cross our feet over one another, uncrossing your straps as well. And from here, arms are long, up in line with our shoulders. So from here, palms are facing to the ceiling. We're gonna take an inhale, exhale. I want you to hinge back through the pelvis. So you're in a flat back. Hold, we're gonna bicep curl for 10, 9, elbows stay up in line with shoulders, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hands holding towards your ears. You stack back up to tall, hinging at the hips, and then from there, release the forearms out. Good job. Okay, we're gonna move into some front rowing. I'm gonna say for this, we're gonna just change it up so we go to a blue spring here, okay? That might feel light at first. If you wanna try first with the blue and a white, you can. I know my body, I am going to go to a blue spring and facing towards the front of the reformer. Okay, guys, I'm over to the front of my reformer. I know that I just said a blue spring. I'm actually gonna do a blue and a white spring. And then when I need to lower, if I need to lower, I will. But until then, I'm gonna do just a bit heavier to challenge myself a bit further. My straps are shortened. I'm just seated up and over my heels, and I'm trying to get as tall as I can through my torso. I'm in this W position with my arms, palms are facing forward. We're gonna exhale, reach those arms up to a Y. Inhale, bring them back to my W. Exhale, reach up. Inhale, elbows back into the side. Let's go 8 and down. 7 and lower. 6, 5, 4, pushing through those straps. 3, so your arms aren't going behind your body. 2 and 1. From there, we're going to add a bit. We're going to keep this W position to start, and then you're going to connect right to the crown of your head as though you're drawing a little circle above your head, and then elbows back in, framing your body and back. Upward and downward rotation of your scapula. This is 4. Feeling those shoulders move. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bringing it back in. This is where I'm going to lighten to a blue spring myself. Again, you can stay here or continue. So bringing those arms back up in line with the crown of my head, I'm going to make a diamond in my hands. I'm going to hinge my torso forward. We're moving into our salute. We're going to take an inhale, exhale. We're going to reach those arms long, hands come apart, in line with shoulders, elbows bend. You find that diamond shape above the crown of your head again. Exhale, push away. Inhale down. Keep that going. And in. Let's go for 6. Try to keep those elbows relatively steady in space. 7. Or sorry, my apologies. That would be 5. This is 4. 3. 2. And last 1. And then from there, just circle those arms as you come all the way out of there. Okay. Straps can just hang back up onto your clips or your shoulder rest. I'm on a blue. I'm going to stay here. We're moving into some extension, so arms pulling straps with our box. I'm going to say you can certainly go to a blue and a white, or you can stay at a blue. We're going to lower that foot bar and then grab those boxes when you're ready. Okay, boxes down on the reformer. Let's take one hand to each front corner, and then from here, bringing your chest off, knees off, lying down onto your torso on the box. From there, unclipping your straps, and then just bringing your hands up your ropes just slightly. From there, we're going to round over our box, looking down into that hole that's in front of us here. We're going to point through our toes, knees are hovered. Pubic bone is anchored down, shoulders are set. Let's inhale, prepare. Exhale, we're going to plow our arms up towards our thighs as we start to move through cervical spine, thoracic spine into your extension. Inhale, hold, and then let's flex forward, looking down into that hole. From here, inhale, shoulders. Exhale, plow those arms back in space as you find length through your spine. Big breath at the top, and then down you go. And let's keep moving. Neck is crease free, nice and long. Think about pulling your navel away from your box so you're not feeling this compression down into your abdomen. Inhale, and down you go. Let's go for 6. 5 more. Inhale. 4 more. Palms are facing in towards your thighs. 3 more. Wrists are long and strong. Let's go for 2. And last one, shoulders retract and up, big breath. And then down you go. You can just let those straps go. And you're going to round over your box. Arms are just going to go out to the side. And I want you to really find length through your fingertips. We're rounded over. We're going to do some arm scissors as we extend our spine. We're going to inhale, set the shoulders. Exhale, left arm goes towards your thigh as the right arm goes up and overhead. You bring yourself up into a long line. And then from there, lower down. Exhale, switch. Inhale, lower. Exhale, switch. 8, 7, 6, 5. Reaching through those fingertips, even space between ribs and hips. 4, 3, 2. Last 1. And then lower yourself all the way down. Carefully coming on off the side of your box. Let's clip those straps back up. And then we're going to do a nice box push after that, just to lengthen out through our spine. So coming on over to the front of your box. Feet are hip distance apart. I can't see my toes. They're underneath my foot bar. I'm nice and tall. From here, we're going to inhale, notch into chest. Flex forward, find your box. One hand to each front corner. From here, start to push that box out as you sink your chest down towards the ground. Bum is up towards the ceiling. Slight bend through your knees if you need to. Nice big breath. Tuck your tail, round your spine, shoulders stay down. Let's go for 2 more. Reaching out, find length through the vertebra, length through the spine. Inhale, and then tuck your tail, round it in, shoulders stay down. Last one here, finding that slight extension. And then find your flexion as you tuck, scoop in. Let those arms just dangle down by your thighs. From here, let's stack your spine, 1 vertebra at a time, coming to tall. Good work. Okay, from here, we're going to take those boxes off and away. And I'm going to say we're going to grab your platform extenders. We're going to go to a red spring. If you don't have a platform extender, that's fine. You can use your metal, or sorry, not your metal, your wooden platform. We're going to go to 1 red spring here. And then platform extenders are going to come up and over your springs. Always stepping onto platform extender first, and then onto the carriage. From here, check in, make sure that the hips are nice and squared off. Your toes are in line with one another, so there's no rotation, and we're evenly weighted through the foot. Neutral spine, neutral pelvis. From here, shoulders draw back. Let's take an inhale. Exhale, you're going to push out. Inhale, bring it back in. If a red spring feels a little meaty for you, you know that you can always go to a blue and a white, even a blue if needed. I know for me, this is a pretty newer reformer, so it definitely feels heavy on a red, but we're going to go through it. Inhale in. If you are tilting through your pelvis, that's an indication that you need to go down in spring load. If that stability is hard. Let's go for 3 more. 3, 2, last 1. I'm going to bring it in just for a moment. I'm going to go a little bit wider and in a lateral rotation. From here, I'm going to push on out. I'm going to hold steady. Hands are going to come forward. I'm going to find myself moving down into a squat. and then bring it up for 10. Squatting down, exhale up 9. Try to keep that carriage super steady as you go through these. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, see if you can go maybe a little bit lower. 3, 2, can you hold here? Try and hold that spot. Maybe sink a little deeper. Can you hold for 10? 9, shoulders back. 8, abs in. 7, quads are on fire. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rise up to tall and return that carriage in. Good work. Before we go to the other side, we're going to stick with this side. I'm going to say we're going to go to a white spring. We're doing some inner thighs, some adductors now. So white spring, if you want to really challenge yourself, you can do no springs at all. I'm not that bold today. I'm going to go to a white spring. And from here, we're going to go into and start in a lateral rotation on this side for your adductor. So I want you to tuck your tail. If you find that you're going into an anterior tilt, just zipper up and in. From here, hands on hips to prevent rotation, just as a bit of tactile feedback. Let's from here, inhale as we push out, exhale, pulling everything up and in. Feel those muscles around your sits bones activating here to protect your low back. Big exhale, pull in. Softening your knees if you find that you're someone to hyperextend. Keep going. Let's go for 7. 6. Check in, make sure we're not rolling to the inside of our feet or the outside, but more likely to pronate here. This is 5. 4 more. Let's go for 3. 2. Okay, guys, last one. And then we're going to push out again one more time. We are also going to do squats here. So when you're ready, you're going to sink down and up. Total different feeling now. 9. Woo. 8 and up. 7. 6. Carriage stay steady. 5. 4. 3. Drive through those heels. 2. Last 1. Rising up. Pull that carriage in. One last time. Woo, good work. Since we're on this white spring or this lower spring, let's stick with that on the other side. So turning on around, we're going to start in that lateral rotation again. Tail slightly tucked, glutes are active, shoulders are back, abs are pulled up and in. Let's exhale as you, or sorry, inhale as you push out. Exhale as you pull up and in for 10. 9. 8. 'Big breath. 6 more here. Check in with your feet. Make sure that your stance is even. 5. We're going to feel these tomorrow, guys. 4 in a good way, in the best way. 3 more. 3. 2. Last 1, and then we're pushing out one more time. Hold steady from here. We've got those squats sinking down and up for 10. Inhale down. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4, 3, 2, last one. Stand up tall and bring it back in. Oh, good work. Okay, from here, we're going to go back to either that blue and a white or the red spring, depending on where you were. And then from here, carefully stepping on that platform extender again. We're starting parallel though here. The closer your legs are together, the easier this is. The further apart, the more challenging. So from here, check in with your stance once more, shoulders back, pelvis neutral. Let's take your inhale, exhale, push out both legs. Pubic bone stays center to the space below you here, working evenly between both legs here. Using those hands on your hips to make sure that you're not having a hike in one of those hips. Normally it will be the leg that you're pushing with, so just be mindful of that. Really feeling this in the side of the bum and those glutes. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, control the way in just as much as you are on the way out. 2, last one, pushing out, holding it here. Or sorry, no, let's bring it in first. We got to go to that lateral rotation. Turn those heels out just slightly into your lateral, then push out. From here, holding your carriage steady, find your squat going as deep as you feel like you can comfortably go, and then bring it on up. 10. Try to keep the carriage steady. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, stand tall. Ooh, good work. Bring that carriage on in from here. Come back to me. Come back to face me. So we're going to go to a blue spring. We're going to move into some spinal rotation here. It is full body, guys. So we have done the flexion. We've done the extension. We've done the lateral flexion-ish, I guess, with the side bend. We might do a little bit more. So from here, coming close towards your shoulder rest. If you find that this is a little bit, you'd like to go a little bit further to get a bit more. If a blue and a white is too heavy, you can just stick with a blue, but go a little bit away. I'm just sticking with a blue today. I'm going to lengthen my strap and I'm going to grab my strap over top with both hands. From here, my arms are going to go up in line with my chest, in line with my shoulders. Shoulders are set and back. From here, I'm going to inhale, twist towards that pulley. Exhale as I twist towards the springs. Inhale back towards the pulley. Exhale towards the springs. This is a bit more oblique work with this long lever arm, as well as a bit more delt as well. So still a bit more arm work too than if you had your elbows bent. 4. Really feel like you're growing taller as you twist. Minimal movement with your hips if you can. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. From there, bring it back to center. We're going to get our lateral flexion in here. I'm going to say a white spring or a blue spring. I'm currently on a blue. I'm going to stay there, but you might want to go to a white because this can be a bit heavy. So arm is out to the side. Palm is facing up towards the ceiling. Elbows in line with our shoulder. I'm going to take I have my left hand in the strap. My right hand is going to go to the side of my thigh. I'm going to find a lateral bicep curl and then an overhead reach as I find that lateral flexion. From there, bring it back up. Elbow stays in line with my shoulder. I extend at the forearm. Bend and overhead reach as we side bend, gliding that left hand towards the knee. Every time I come up, I'm trying to make sure that I've got that even space between ribs and hips. Oh, it's warm, guys. This is 4. I hope you guys are breaking a little sweat with me. We still have some time until summer hits, but man, even in my AC home, it still feels warm when I'm doing this work. Let's go for 3 more. 3, 2, and back to center. This is it. Last one. And then release that arm back out. Good job. Okay, so from here, I'm lengthening that strap. I'm just going to put it back up against the shoulder rest. And then from here, I'm lengthening the other side because it's short still. And then I'm going to be taking both hands, grabbing onto that strap there. Still on my blue spring. From here, both arms grab onto that strap. My arms are forward up in line with my chest. I'm going to inhale, twist towards the pulley. Exhale, use my obliques to go to the right towards the springs. Feel like I'm growing taller as I twist. 8, 7, 6. Arms are staying long. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Bring it back. And then from here, let's shorten, maybe lighten your spring load if you need to. And then from there, that elbow's in line with my shoulders, palm is facing up towards the ceiling. My right hand is just to my thigh. I'm going to inhale, prepare, exhale, find that lateral bicep curl, up and overhead I go, and then bring it back to center. Big reach through that arm and back. Keep that going. We've got 6 more. Try to think even space between both sides as you come up. 4 more here. 3, 2, and final one. And then bring it back up to tall. Good work, nicely done. Lengthen that strap back up, either put it on your clip or on your shoulder rest. All right, guys, we're gonna finish with a thigh stretch today. So I'm gonna stand to the left side of my reformer, putting a red spring on. I do have a lower reformer, if you guys can see. One of the ones I have is an SPX. So I'm gonna grab my platform extender. I just think that it just allows me to get my hips a little bit more squared off. And then from here, I'm going to take that right foot up and against my shoulder rest, right knee down, left foot forward. Chest is lifted. I'm going to take an inhale, exhale. I'm sinking down through that carriage leg. From there, if you can extend through that ground leg, bending the left knee, rising back up to tall. Pushing out and away. Thinking about creating a slight pelvic tilt, a posterior tilt to get a bit more into that right hip flexor as I stretch out. Let's go for 3 more here. And back. 2. Last one, you can hold it, take a nice big breath. When you're ready, bend the knee and rise back to tall. Let's switch that up. Great. Red spring on the other side. Come on over. From here, tail slightly tucked, shoulders back. Exhale, pushing back through that left leg first. And if you can, extending a bit through the front. Bend, and then rise up to tall. Keep that going. And bring it back. Try not to drop your head here. Again, Release free through the cervical spine. Let's go for 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and last one here. Good work, everybody. All right, guys, we did it. That brings us to the end of our full body reformer class. There are so many more things that I could do during 50 minutes. I wish we had more time, but that just means that there will be more to come. Thanks for moving your bodies with me. I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your days. Take care, and I will see you again soon. Bye, guys.